The whole world knows Vozinha today, but what nobody knows is how a poor boy from a tiny African island survived decades of struggle, rejection, and sacrifice to become a World Cup hero at 40 years old. The whole world knows Vozinha today, but very few people know the story behind his success. Vozinha's real name is Josimar Jose Avora Dias. He was born on June 3, 1986 in Mindelo, Cape Verde, a small island nation off the coast of West Africa. His father served in the military, while his mother worked hard to support the family. Because of this, much of his childhood was spent with his grandparents, who played a major role in raising him. There was no publicly available information about his school, college, or formal education. Most reports about his life focus on his football journey rather than his academic background. As a child, he loved football and spent most of his time playing in the streets. Older boys often teased him because he would run back to his grandparents whenever he got hurt. Because of this, they gave him the nickname Vozinha. At first, he disliked the name, but eventually it became his identity. Unlike many famous footballers, Vozinha did not come through a world-famous academy. He worked his way up through local football and spent years playing in smaller leagues. During his career, he played in Cape Verde, Angola, Moldova, Cyprus, Slovakia, and Portugal. His progress was slow. While many football stars become famous in their early 20s, Vozinha spent years moving from club to club, trying to build a professional career. Success did not come quickly. In 2012, he made his debut for the Cape Verde national team. Over the next decade, he became one of the country's most experienced and trusted goalkeepers. Then came 2006, the year that changed Vozinha's life forever. Cape Verde had achieved something no one thought possible. For the first time in history, the small African nation qualified for the FIFA World Cup, and standing in goal was a 40-year-old man who had spent most of his career outside the spotlight. Most footballers retire before reaching 40. Many never get close to playing in a World Cup. But after decades of waiting, Vozinha was finally about to step onto football's biggest stage. Cape Verde's first match was against Spain, a team filled with world-class stars. A team expected to dominate. Before the match, almost nobody gave Cape Verde a chance. The football world expected Spain to win comfortably. But when the game began, Vozinha had other plans. Spain attacked from every direction. Wave after wave. Shot after shot. The pressure never stopped. Yet Vozinha remained calm. Every save kept Cape Verde alive. Every stop frustrated the Spanish attackers. Minute after minute, he refused to let the ball cross the line. By the end of the match, Spain had been held to a shocking 0-0 draw. The result stunned football fans around the world. A small nation had stopped one of the tournament favorites. And the hero was a goalkeeper many people had never heard of before that day. At 40 years old, Vozinha became one of the oldest players ever to make a FIFA World Cup debut. In a single match, he went from being relatively unknown to becoming one of the biggest stories of the tournament. News outlets across the world began reporting his story. Football pages posted his highlights. Fans shared videos of his saves. Millions of people searched for his name online. His social media following exploded as football fans from different countries wanted to know who this goalkeeper was and where he had come from. Suddenly, the nickname Vozinha was being discussed across the football world. After the match, cameras captured an emotional moment. Vozinha broke down in tears. Not because of fame, not because of attention, but because he knew how long he had waited for this moment. 40 years of life, more than 20 years of professional football, thousands of training sessions, countless sacrifices, and finally, he had proven himself on the biggest stage in the sport. What made the story even more powerful was that he wasn't a young superstar. He wasn't a player from a giant football nation. He wasn't a millionaire celebrity. He was a goalkeeper from a small island country who refused to give up on his dream. Within days, football fans around the world were calling him one of the most inspiring stories of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. His performance against Spain became the moment that introduced Cape Verde to millions of new fans, and it transformed Vozinha from a respected goalkeeper into a World Cup icon. For decades, he had waited for one opportunity. When it finally arrived, he made sure the world would never forget his name, Vozinha, the boy who waited 40 years for his moment. And when it finally came, he made history.